Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentle cars, my slippery subjects? Today we have the Halloween 2-pack. Get it? Halloween 2-pack on review station today. So, moving on from that horrific joke, we are looking at the Neca Halloween 2. Daniel Loomis and Michael Myers 2-pack. Now you can see here, I did not set up the camera correctly, so we're going to have to do some on-angle shots here. You can see on this Halloween 2 Michael Myers, it is very nice sculpting. Very nice paint and detail as well. I do believe this figure came out before. I don't have it, nor do I know anything about it. So, we'll move on to Daniel Loomis here. I don't think his name is Loomis, or Daniel, but I tried. I thought it was James. Not sure what his name is, actually. So, this was the figure I was actually more excited for buying the 2-pack. And I can say he definitely did not disappoint. Now, I hear a lot of people in the chat saying he got a big head, he got a huge dome. Personally, I don't believe so. I think his dome is the average size. I think it's a little on the large size, but I don't think it's anything bad. Again, though, moving back to the actual purpose here, I really do like all the detail on this suit. The jacket looks amazing, and it actually turned out much better than I even expected seeing it. Like, in a lot of the shots, the guy, he looked a little interesting. The coat also looked a little interesting, but I think in person, it really turned out quite well. Peeling back, you can see there is still a whole sculpted suit under there. And I think that's the one part where they went wrong, was giving you the option to take off the coat was the worst thing ever. Because, as you may know if you're a figure fan, most times either the overlay, it's going to look bad when it's on, it's either going to look way too big when it's on, or when you take it off, the underneath is going to be way too small, and that's where the way too small comes in and the huge cranium comes in. Now, we'll start with the paint and sculpt. Overall, I think both of them are very good. The Loomis is, I think, the only new sculpt. I'm pretty sure this Michael Myers came out and all the stuff with him, maybe. I'm not too sure because I did not do any research, as you may know by calling him Daniel. But, moving on to the another up-close shot, we'll see. A lot of the nice detail in the paint and sculpt. I'd say it's just, at this point, it's just the usual good NECA stuff. Like, the work NECA does is very consistent, and I think that's probably one of my favorite parts about the line, is that it's just so good, and the goodness keeps going. They don't ever stop, and it seems they don't like to leave any brands out. They give the goodness to all of them. Again, moving in with Loomis. Very nice detail on the coat. I think the wash did a great job. And if it's not a wash, I don't know what it is, but it looks super good. And the coat, the texture too, it's made of this nice rubbery plastic. It seems a little softer than usual NECA plastic, like what they have on the usual jacket and the crotch and everything. And I really like it. I think it really gives a good look. And it is the look of my man Daniel Loomis. Now, moving on to articulation, we'll start with Michael Myers here, because both of them do have different articulation. At the head, you can see it just barely. I think it's just a regular double ball peg with NECA, but there is a, I guess, overlay around his neck. Give me a sec to pop the head off. With his head, I don't know if it was a way it came in the box, but the overlay around the neck was all bent up funny, and it was stuck like that, so I had to get the heat, get a little warmth, try and kind of maneuver it back, and I kind of got it. You can still see the really bad crease, but I kind of got it into a more neutral position, and it really messes with the articulation on the head, and I'm quite upset because I like this head sculpt more than the other one. But continuing back, head articulation, not bad. At the arms here, they go out to the side, pretty alright. Nice all the way around. No bicep swivel, but NECA does this thing where it's kind of like the double jointed elbow, where it swivels at the top of the bicep and the base of the forearm. And then you got your nice double jointed elbow here. Works pretty decent, and I think in this case it actually looks pretty good, because sometimes this really doesn't look good and their arms can be really long. But this is not too bad of a case, not too bad at all. And at the hand, it is actually different than the usual NECA. This is more of an SH Figure Art style, where it hinges up and down, and then you got to twist it and move it around to get the left and right and whatever. Not bad articulation, just a little bit different. They do this sometimes, like mostly only Michael Myers has the I guess, I don't know what you'd call this, peg and hinge kind of maneuver. He's the only figure that Neca usually does that has this type of hand articulation. Doesn't work too bad, just a little bit annoying. At the diaphragm here, there's probably just the usual, I'd say a ball peg in there doing something, because there's a little bit of ab crunch, a little bit of diaphragm, but with the overlay, it's kind of very much hindered. Coming down to the legs, kick forward, very nice. As usual, the plastic will get stretched, so just don't hold them in positions like this for a very long time. Going out to the side, very smooth articulation on both of these guys. None of them had anything frozen, nothing even thought about breaking, so beautiful. Again, thigh swivel on this man. At the knee, also swivels. Single jointed knee, works quite well. Oof, moving down to the ankle, usual Neca style. Get a rotation up there. Let me actually bring in the camera here, can't see. Get a rotation up there. Usual hinge, and then a nice little bit of pivot. Little pivot, baby. Now, not bad articulation on this man. Pretty much, again, just the basic for Neca. And then with this man coming in, Dr. Loomis, he actually has quite decent articulation. So at the big bean head, he looks up very far, which is good because he will be looking up at Michael. Looks down. Quite nice yet again. I believe there's something going on at the neck here. You can see he does the I like to move it thing. But he has some quite good head articulation. And I don't know if it's just the way they hollowed out the head, but it fits perfectly around his bean neck to get the best range of movement you could ever ask for. And now, moving on to the arms here. Ooh, a little bit tight. See the arms move up quite far, very, very well. They move around very easily around the jacket, no issues at all. This guy has the other Neca scheme. You can see Michael has the double jointed scheme. This guy has the single jointed scheme. I keep moving him extremely far out of frame. I'm very sorry, guys. Now, at the bicep, it does swivel here. And then it bends as well. Let me get it up here quite well. Now, the swivel is a little stiff, a little sticky, and I usually don't like using these because it feels like very easily the peg could get chewed and then your arm's off, and that's not cool at all. So I'd just be very careful if you get this pack, which I'm gonna just assume a lot of people aren't gonna buy this. The price is just way too much, and I can obviously agree with that. I only bought this because I was looking to burn some money. You ever feel like that? You ever been like, it's time to buy Halloween figures? Because I got this, and I got the 3-pack on the same exact day, so it happens sometimes. Continuing, at the wrist, this guy does have normal Neca swivel with the hinge, which I prefer over the other one. Just a lot more easier to use. Helps, you can get a little bit more out of that, but this one I prefer. At the diaphragm, again, he has the same exact thing as Michael, just something in there, little ball peg, gets him before, forward and back, a little bit all around. Opening up his trench coat here. You can see at the legs, kicks forward quite well. I actually do like the speckle on the whole suit. Kicks back, not too bad. You can see it through the trenchy, out to the side, very well. This man could kick someone. And then a nice thigh swivel. Very tight on this man. I don't push the thigh swivels either. It's the same way. I've seen way too many figures on eBay with just broken off legs. I don't even want to risk it. At the knee, there is a swivel at the knee again. Single jointed knee that very much gets the job done. Ooh. And then at the feet, same exact thing. Swivel, and then the forward. I think I just kept it out of frame again. All right, I'll get this one in frame perfectly. Swivel, and then up, down, super tight, not a lot of movement with the pants. And then you get your usual little hingy hinge, swivelly articulation. Ankle pivot. Now, bringing these guys back in, little Shartimus Prime reference there. Bringing these guys back in. I actually really like the way these two look together. I think that's pretty much the only, I guess, pairing you could do with these guys. You can kind of use Loomis as just like a crazy doctor. Like I gave him the K&J bottle from the guy from The Thing, and it just works perfectly. He looks perfect as kind of like an ex-cop psychotherapist kind of thing, which he was. I don't know if he was an ex-cop, but we do what we do. And the Michael 2, again, it's just kind of a generic Michael Myers. If you like the fat head, you'll be a fan of this one. Now, moving on to the accessories. We'll start actually with just one person at a time here for accessories. And we'll do Loomis first. It'll be a little bit easier. So for the Loomis Master here, I'll just put this with him. Comes with this nice little pumpkin with a skeleton on it. Very cool. One of those just extra kind of accessories, a cool background prop you can just plop in for a nice little picture. Very nice detailing on the skull too, very nice paint. Sexy. Now, moving to, we'll do interchangeable hands. Comes with this hand with a lighter on it. You may know in the movie, he lights him up. Lights him on fire. Doesn't look too bad. The paint is a little rough. You can see it goes to the finger instead of just being on the lighter. But not too shabby. Now, for the next, we'll do guns. This man comes loaded with the armory. He has 2 little pistols here, 2 little 6 shooters. Both of them are different sculpts, not by much, but it's cool that they are different. Sadly, he only comes with these pair of hands, and only this hand can hold the guns. So you'd have to put both of them in this hand, or like either or, whatever one you prefer. And then with this hand, sometimes I kind of give this as a Loomis accessory. I kind of give him the hammer. I don't know if he used it in the movie, but looks good in his hand and fits very well. Oof. Now that's pretty well. I'll do the sad part. You can see Loomis here got his arms, interchangeable arms here, so you can actually take the jacket off. Now it's not very hard. What I like to do, I like to put the arms straight out to the side, grip it like this, and then pull straight. Let me do a little twisting if you want. Boom, very easy. And then do it the other side. Boom. Now, with these arms, let me actually take the jacket off first. You can already just see right off the bat, this looks wrong. Putting the arms on. I am not a fan of this at all. Same deal. I like to put the peg straight. And then just to get a satisfying of the peg going in. Oh, yo, ASMR. I'm not even going to dare put the hands on this body because this is just disgusting. But here you can see, he doesn't look very good in this jacket. You can definitely see that the upper torso is way too thin for how wide he gets, and his head is just huge. So it just doesn't look good whatsoever. And that's why I'd say, if you buy this, don't ever display him like this. If you do, you wasted the money yourself. And now, finally, getting away from that and moving on to Michael Myers. So you can see he has his normal head, like I said before, generic Michael Myers head, quite wide. Then he has the bloody tears. This has a name, but I cannot remember. Again, quite good sculpting on it. It's pretty much the same exact head, but with bloody tears on it. And you actually, I don't know if you can see it, there are eyes sculpted inside for both of them. They're just no difference. They're the same exact eyes, no like bloody puncture wounds or anything. Just the same sculpt. A little bit of extra red paint on it for the boys, and this one's not messed up, in case you got that problem too. Moving down to the hands, he has, here you can see, just a generic holding hand for decent sized items. I'd say like the hammer. He comes with the generic Michael Myers knife. It fits very nicely in this hand. And then on the other side, he's got this just generic kind of holding out hand, just generic standing there posed hand. Then for this side, he also comes with, I'll just move him out the way, you don't even need it. He comes with a, this hand right here, another gripping hand. This one is specifically made for the tiny scalpel. And it's so he holds it nice and tight so you don't have to worry about it falling out. So there you go, there's your hand to hold the scalpel. It looks very good. I actually really like posing him with the scalpel or the knife, either or. Just have the knife creeping in there. And then he comes with, I believe this hand is for the needle, right here. You can see the old needle. Nice detailing on this one. The lines are kind of clean, a little messy here and there, but not too bad. Not sharp at all, don't worry about any puncture wounds. But, the hand goes in there and it's got the thumb to be holding on the back. I'm not going to jam it in because I'd rather not break this sick needle accessory. You never know when I might need to do a heroin scene. Never mind, I'm not even going to continue with that. And then for the other side, instead of this generic kind of floppy hand, you could have more of a reaching, actual gesture pose hand, reaching to grab someone, reaching to grab you even. And then, just in case you want to dual wield, he does have a gripping hand for the left side. Not bad at all, very nice. You get a nice wide variety of accessories for Michael to slaughter people with. And even different varieties of accessories for Michael to get slaughtered with. Because as you may know, this is the fired set. I don't know. But you can see one of the main accessories, and I'm guessing what the whole $20 extra of price was, is all these fire effects right here, which we come with a bunch of them. He has. We'll start from, I guess we'll go bottom up. He's got a left leg flame effect here. All you gotta do, click him on that easy. Boom, he's on fire. He's got a right leg flame effect here. And I actually like the way the fire looks. I've heard some people say they don't like it. I do. I don't know, it's probably one of the more of those personal preference things. If you like the way this fire looks and you like the paint they put on it, then you probably will like it, which I do. And now here, this one's a little bit hard to get on, the torso piece. I usually like to take the head off quick. Oof. Let me just slide it in there. One thing I'd say to make sure is that you watch with the collar. Just kind of widen it out, because you can kind of stretch these. It doesn't matter that much. Yeah, they're quite flexible. Just make sure you get it around the collar of the neck here. Make sure you keep this collar outside of the flame. Don't let it get in there, because it'll get all smushed. And I'd say it's definitely good. You can see it's bent in there. If you were to take this to some heat and then kind of mold it more around the body so it fits a lot cleaner, it'll make everything a whole lot easier for you. But again, not too hard to get on at all, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm a fan of the fire effects, especially with Loomis holding the lighter. It'll look really good. This one right here, just one of those little arm effects. I like to just spelunk it right there. And then, of course, a little bit of a face mask for all the ladies out there. Bada boom. No pain, no gain. If you ain't feeling the burn, you ain't feeling it all. Now, this, again, if you grab a Loomis here. Oof, haven't used these arms ever. Grab the Loomis Meister. And he's setting them on fire. There you go. Sick display. I think both of my lights died at this point. So we'll just continue it quick with the comparisons, because at this point, we got to speed up the game here, boys. We got to take the game to a new level. Now, for comparisons, we have the other, I'm not sure what year again, Michael Myers. And then the part 7 Jason, maybe? Sick. Again, I think these guys look really good together. And they actually all fit, like they don't have the same, I guess, wash, but they have the same feel. So they fit very, very good if you want to make a big horror display, which it's not big at this point, but I have a horror display and it looks very good. Even to this day, figures like Pennywise, the original ones, still look good with them. Even these guys here, if we were to bust out the movie Ninja Turtles, these figures even have the same kind of feel to them as well. I'd say they have that realistic look, and I think Neca pulls it off very well. The style they go for, I think it looks really good, and it's very unified. They fit very well together, which I'll say, very, very good. I like it very much. And now, again, some more just generic comparisons. We've got William Afton himself, the super villain. And then classic Marvel Legends Cosmic Ghost Rider, just to give a little more of a generic scale. As you can see, these guys are quite big, nice little bit hefty, especially when you have the coat on Loomis and he doesn't look disgusting. Very, very good figures, and I would recommend, as a quick final thoughts here, because my phone is actually about to die as well. Quick final thoughts before this is a timer right now, I gotta speed up my thoughts. Quick final thoughts before the video hits 20 minutes, said that 5 times. I think these figures, they're very, very good figures, and there's a lot to go with them. There's a lot of fun. Loomis is a figure I feel like we've needed for a while. I've been waiting for him. The light just died. I've been waiting for Loomis for a long time, and now we finally have him, and I'd say it's a very, very good figure. Just being bundled with this Michael Myers and being for $80, that's a lot. Like, usually, the most I've spent on a NECA 2-pack is 60, in-store at least, 60. And that, I even feel like that's like, ooh, ah. Now, 80? Oh, Lord, it is not worth it whatsoever. If you're a big figure fan and you've got the money, I'd say yes, but I'd also just say no. I go on eBay and try and buy one that's out of box. You'll probably get it for a lot cheaper. Definitely worth it. Worth it if you enjoy the figures. If not, definitely not. I wouldn't even come near this 2-pack. I'd say wait. Because you could probably either buy the Michael Myers solo, or they might even make a Loomis solo. Because like we've seen in the past with like Ninja Turtles, there was the Casey and Raph 2-pack, and then they went and just made a Casey solo figure. So for all we know, they could wait, and then they could release an Ultimate Dr. Loomis, and then you wouldn't even have to buy the 2-pack, and I would feel like an idiot because I don't really even need this Michael Myers. He's a cool figure, but I don't really need him. So I just hit 20 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be one of them long videos. I don't know. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.